We are taking derivatives of natural log functions. We have the derivative, well, we don't have the derivative yet, but we're going to get it. Okay. We have f of x is equal to the natural log, and underneath the radical we have x plus 1, x minus 1. But we don't want to take the derivative of this just yet. We got to do some things. First thing I'm going to do is rewrite it and get it out of radical form, put it in exponential form. And now we're going to do some other stuff. That is, before we take the derivative. So you need to refresh your memory or learn for the first time, whichever it is, on the rules of natural logs. We can take this 1/2 and bring it out front. Now I'm not taking the derivative yet. These are just the rules of natural logs. Alright, so I'm going to take the half, bring it out front. Then I'm going to break it up. And right, so it was a fraction. We're going to break this up, put a minus sign here, and now we can take the derivative of it. So we take the derivative of x plus 1, which is just 1, and then you just rewrite x plus 1 down here in the denominator, minus the derivative of x minus 1 is 1, and then you just rewrite what's in parentheses. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get this into one single fraction, and that means I need to get a common denominator. So we don't have an x minus 1 over here, but that's okay. I'm going to put 1 over here, but if I put 1 in the denominator, I've got to put 1 in the numerator also. And then we don't have an x plus 1 over here, but I put 1 in, but then again I rewrite it up here in the numerator. And what we want to do here is simplify this down. So 1 times x minus 1 is just x minus 1. And then 1 times x plus 1 is just x plus 1. Now we have a common denominator. And of course now we can join these together. It's x minus 1 minus, and I go ahead and distribute this negative across. So that becomes a negative x, and then a minus 1. Alright, after simplifying this down, we have an x and a minus x, so those are going to disappear. We have a negative 1 and a minus 1 here, and that makes that a negative 2. Of course, don't forget this 1/2 out here. So 2 times, or we have a 2 down here in the denominator, and a 2 up here in the numerator, so those are going to cancel out. Also, you can consider this as 1/2 times 2 is just 1. So, and I take this negative and I bring it out front. And there you go. By the way, this is the next problem, or one of the next. Don't worry about that. Alright, so same kind of problem. Get it out of radical form, put it in exponential form. Right, this is 4 roots of, so we bring the 1/4 up here. And then take that 1/4, bring it out. Okay, so we want to break it up. Remember, minus sign because it's a fraction. Taking the derivative, 1, rewriting, minus derivative, just get 1, rewrite. I'm missing a parentheses here. There should be a parentheses right there. And then once again, get a common denominator. Simplify the numerators. Alright, remember we're distributing this negative across here. Negative and negative is positive. Alright, simplify it down. And there it is. Hey, we have y is equal to the natural log of 1 plus e to the x over 1 minus e to the x. So we want to break this up first. Take the derivative, so 1 plus e to the x is just e to the x. And the derivative of 1 minus e to the x is negative e to the x. Now we want to simplify this down. We get a common denominator, right? We didn't have a 1 minus e to the x over here, so we put 1 here, but then you got to put 1 in the numerator. And same thing follows. E to the x times this stuff plus, right? And you can just join the denominators together. And I went ahead and multiplied this e to the x. No, I factored an e to the x out, sorry. Factored it out, simplified it down, and there's our result. So you should be writing this stuff down.